So Manitou Springs is one of the most beautiful cities that I have been to. It is a huge tourist town here near Colorado Springs, and so today we're talking about the pros and cons of living in Manitou Springs, Colorado. So later on in this video, I do have some friends that'll be sharing some of their pros and why they love Manitou Springs in general. But there are some cons as well, so I'll be sharing that towards the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned. Hey guys, today we are at a broker open over at 4 Spur over in Manitou Springs. And so we just wanted to share some pros and cons, so I'm gonna let these guys, because you guys hear me enough all day long. Going off of the local attractions, Manitou is known for its natural mineral water. So there are about 6 springs that are all located around Manitou that you can fill up water jugs, or you can drink straight from the fountain.
It's close to shopping and local attractions like the Penny Arcade.
And we got great views, as you can see behind me, with a lot of hiking trails, including the Manitou Incline.
Hey, my name is Iris. I'm a real estate agent here in Colorado Springs. Love helping people move to the area. So if you are interested in possibly relocating to Colorado Springs, surrounding areas, Manitou Springs, Peyton, Falcon, Monument, and Fountain, I serve all those areas. So if you are thinking about moving to the area, make sure that you are subscribed so that you can learn about all the different neighborhoods. I have a ton of videos about different neighborhoods here in this area. My phone number will be on the screen as always in case you want to reach out to me about your relocation needs. And so today I want to share with you about Manitou Springs and the cons. And so since people had already shared pros of living in Manitou Springs, I'll go ahead and tell you all the cons right up front. So it is packed, especially during the summer months and the tourist seasons. There are just so many people all the time. The traffic is horrible. There was one time my daughter wanted to go to the Penny Arcade. I do have a video on that, so if you want to learn more about kind of things to do in Manitou, you can watch that video. But her and her little friend wanted to go down to the Penny Arcade and just play some games. There's like 5-cent games, 1-cent games, quarters. So we like to go down there and just hang out, eat ice cream, funnel cakes, and all that fun stuff. Well, we literally drove around for an entire hour, could not find parking. So we ended up having to just go home, and we ended up going to the mall instead. So that's kind of like some of the cons. I would definitely recommend you maybe Ubering to Manitou Springs or having a friend drop you off, because it's really not worth the parking. And then when you do find parking, it's probably super far and you have to walk a lot. That would be a con. Now, if you're living there and you have a car, parking is just a pain in the butt. And so they do have parking for residents that live there. But again, just trying to get through the traffic just to get up through the neighborhoods is just chaotic. And so the other con about living in Manitou Springs is that some of the neighborhoods are up in the hills. So they're pretty steep hills and the parking is really narrow. So if you're trying to get home and you have all this traffic, it's kind of a pain in the butt to have to go up. And then in the winter time when it snows, this is horrific. You're gonna need like all-wheel drive, or you're gonna have to figure out a way to not slide back down the hill. when it gets really bad, really icy. So as a resident, I don't live there. I don't know how they manage their parking, but if you live there and you're watching this video, maybe you can share a little bit about what that's like so people can understand a little bit more about how to navigate through the icy season, because a lot of snow on the west side of town, right there by the mountains. You're gonna get a ton of ice and snow. So anyway, just that with the tourists, even in the downtime where there's not a lot of tourists coming, it's still pretty busy. It's just not as packed, but it's probably a little bit more manageable. So if you have your own car, there's really tight spaces. If you just happen to walk everywhere, or you don't need a car, it might be better, because I mean, everything's in walking distance. Groceries you can always have ordered in. So there's ways to get around it, but the views are incredible. The views are amazing. And so it completely cancels out all the negative things, because you're like living on, I don't know, it's like you're on vacation every day. That's what it feels like when we're up there in Manitou Springs. So definitely a favorite spot for us to be. The views are stunning. The shops are really cool. Everything is really unique and interesting. And so great place to live still, even with those cons. One of the best places to visit near Colorado Springs. So anyway, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. My number again is on the screen if you need help relocating to the area. Hope to see you next week. Bye.